Hi everyone, it's Chibi. I just wanted to check in and make a different type of video today, but first I wanted to say I hope everyone is doing okay. I hope you're safe. I hope you're practicing self-isolation, social distancing, and I hope you're practicing hand hygiene because this is something that we do have to take very seriously in order to protect each other. So I hope you're doing those things, and feel free to leave me a comment down below and let me know how you're doing. I would love to hear from you guys. So, Emma likes bread, and lately at the stores, it's been a little bit difficult to find bread. Also, it's been difficult to find flour, so I actually wanted to save the flour that I had for something special. So we're gonna make sweet rolls. And I've made different types of dumplings and biscuits before, but I've never tried this recipe, so I'm excited to try it out with you guys, and I hope it comes out good, and I hope you guys like it and can use it, especially during this time when we're, kind of cooped up in our homes. We can practice our baking skills. So let's get started. Okay, so for the first part of the recipe, you're going to need a little saucepan, and I'm going to put the temperature on like a medium-low. The recipe I got from allrecipes.com, I'll include a link in the description below. You only need 8 ingredients to make these little sweet rolls, so it's just milk, butter, sugar, your yeast, salt, oil, some vegetable oil, flour, and 2 eggs. So it seems pretty simple enough. So we're gonna add our 1 cup of milk to our saucepan. Okay. And then you're gonna add your sugar. It's 1/3 cup sugar. And you're going to add 1/3 cup butter. And again, I put it on like a medium-low, and we're just gonna let all of that kind of melt together. Okay. And just stir it up a little bit, and we're gonna let it melt together. And be sure, because milk can burn really quickly, so be sure you take your time and don't put the temperature up too high, because once you scald the milk, then you're gonna have to start over on this. So be sure not to burn your milk, okay? You can see that the butter is almost melted. I even remove it from the heat a little bit. You just want it warm enough just to melt the ingredients and melt that butter. The recipe said that you just want this mixture warm to the touch. So we're not really making it bubble or anything, and it's just about done. Okay, and that butter looks like it's all nice and melted. So we're gonna go ahead and remove it from the heat now. Okay, now that you removed the mixture from the heat, you can add your yeast. And it's just 1 tablespoon of active dry yeast. And just stir that up. Okay, so I set my yeast mixture to the side. Now you're going to need your 4 cups of flour, and I'm just going to add it to my big bowl right here. And incorporate your salt. It's just a 1/2 tablespoon of salt, and I just use a fork to kind of mix it in. Just like that. Okay, that's good. And now we're going to add the rest of our ingredients, which is our oil. Okay. And you're going to add your eggs, 2 eggs. And go ahead and add your yeast mixture. Yeast mixture, did I say that right? Okay, and then we're just going to start to mix this. And you're going to mix it until a nice ball of dough forms and it starts to remove itself from the sides of the bowl, okay? That's what it looks like. Okay, so we mixed it all together, and as you can see, it's starting to form a ball, a nice ball of dough. So I'm going to remove it from the bowl and we're going to start to knead it. Okay, now that we removed our dough from our bowl, we're ready to knead it. I lightly dusted the countertop, a clean countertop with some flour, and I dusted my dough with some flour, and we're going to start to knead our dough. Okay. I haven't done this in a long time. It's fun. I think it's coming out really beautifully. Just make sure you keep dusting it with flour if you need to, okay? It's sticking to the countertop right there. It says, the recipe says to knead it for about 10 minutes. I don't know what time it is, but I'll kind of eyeball it. Let me see. Okay. So we're just going to knead our dough. You just kind of press your palms into it. And then you can fold it over, and you turn it, and you press your palms into it. Fold it over. Okay, I'm going to do a little bit more flour. And you just lightly dust it just to keep it from sticking to everything. And it smells beautiful. I'm very excited to see how these rolls come out. And I'm sure Emma is going to love them. Oh, I have a guest appearance here. She goes, "Oh my goodness." And she holds out her little hand because she wants some dough too. Okay.
I want some dough too.
All right, just a little piece.
A biggest one.
The biggest one ever?
Yeah.
Okay. There's a little piece of dough for the baby. Knead it like mommy. Knead it like mommy.
Mama, that's too scary.
We're gonna make yummy rolls with it. Are you excited?
Yeah. Smush, smush, smush.
It's gonna be delicious. Are you gonna put peanut butter on it or honey?
Honey.
You're gonna put honey on your rolls? Well, that's a very good idea, right? Okay, we're just about to reach our 10-minute mark here, kneading our dough. Add a tiny bit more flour, just a little bit.
I'm making rollers in this one.
And a little piece of dough keeps them entertained for quite a while. Okay, so then you just make it into a nice ball like that. Okay, when you knead the dough, it helps to get air into the dough. And what we want it to do next is we want the dough to rise, okay? So make it into a nice ball. And grab this. We're gonna need a little bit of vegetable oil. Just a little bit. Just like that much. And I'm just going to add a little bit to the bottom of my bowl. And then place my dough in there. And I'm just going to add a little bit of oil to the top. And we're just going to kind of coat it like that, okay? Just going to kind of coat it nicely. And now what we do is we're going to let our dough rise. Okay, so it's going to take about 1 hour, so set your timer for 1 hour. I'm going to cover this with some plastic wrap. Okay, just like that. Keep it in a nice warm place, so I think I'll just keep it on top of here. And we're gonna let our dough rise. You wait about an hour and it should double in size. So I'll meet you guys back here in 1 hour. Okay, so it has been an hour since we let our dough sit and rise, and as you can see, it has doubled in size and it looks absolutely gorgeous. I'm so happy with the way it has risen up. Okay, so let's bring this out a little bit. Look at how beautiful our dough came out. Oh my goodness, that's gorgeous. So I kind of grab it and I squeeze it between my fingers like that to pull off a piece, and then let's roll it into our little balls here. You can kind of like make a cup with your hands and then roll it like that on top of a clean counter, and you can make your little rolls that way. Okay, about like that. That looks pretty good. And then I have a greased sheet right here because you don't want your rolls to stick. That looks like a good size. So I think I'll do 1, 2, maybe 3 or 4, and then go down that way. Okay. And you just try to eyeball it and make equal size pieces. So like that. And then you roll another one. Okay, about like that. Looks beautiful. So yeah, I think I'll do 4 across. And then you just keep separating it like that until all of your rolls are done. It says that this one makes 12. That might be kind of big, the rolls, so I'm just kind of eyeballing it on what size I want. Okay, there we go. 2, 3, 4. I think that'll work like that. That looks beautiful. No, they're not done yet, baby. She's so excited for these rolls. My little baby girl loves bread. Okay, there we go. I think that looks good. Getting a good size there on our rolls. So we're gonna do like 4 across, 1, 2, and probably 6 down. So I'm gonna continue making the rolls, and I'll meet you back.
And 2? Can I watch you?
Yeah.
I can't fix on film. I can't watch. Hello.
Okay, so looks like we have our rolls all rolled out here.
Those are delicious cookies.
They're yummy sweet rolls. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to head and cover them again, and you're going to let them rise one more time before you put them in the oven.
Yes.
Okay, so I waited about 20 minutes to let the rolls rise, and they risen a bit more. So now I'm just going to go ahead and put them in the oven. Before that, I had set the oven to 375. We're going to bake them for about 20 minutes. I do set my timer a little sooner though, probably about 15 minutes, because all ovens are different and sometimes they bake a little quicker, you know what I mean? So Bake them for about 20 minutes. I think just before they're done, I'm going to brush them with a nice egg wash so I can get the tops really brown. And I'll show you what they look like at the end. Okay, so good thing I kept an eye on them because they got done in like 10 minutes. If I would have waited the time, they would have been burnt for sure. It's just, I live in this apartment complex and our ovens are just really odd. So I always have to adjust my temperatures and my times and whatnot. But the recipe does call for 375 for about 20 to 25 minutes. So just play around with it. But they came out so beautiful. I'm very happy with them. And then the true test to make sure that they were done in the center. They just look absolutely gorgeous. I'm so excited, and I will let you know how the little one likes them. We'll taste test them. Thank you guys so much for watching. I had so much fun making this with you. You guys be safe, and yeah, until next time, bye.